Hello. A few years ago, I was asked a question. Then in my undergraduate studies, one of my professors asked me a question. He said, between the holistic north and the holistic south of Nigeria, wherein lies Nigeria's problem? At that time, I didn't really do justice to that question, given my level of maturity at the time. But over the years, I've, tried to reason, Nigeria as an entity, and because Nigeria is in dire straits. And just now I just realized that Nigeria's problem is from the north. And some people might, before you come for me, let me try to explain. Now, Nigeria is in its worst time since 2015. And where did we get it wrong? Because one of the main challenges of Nigeria, aside corruption and mismanagement, it's always been bad leadership. And what has been the leadership recruitment process in Nigeria? Since Nigeria got in we entered the Fourth Republic in 1999, we've always gone to the polls to elect presidents and all of that. But we've not had it so bad until 2015, 2019, and then 2023. This is where whatever I'm going to say will be focused on. Now, in 2015, we agreed that almost all Nigerians were already tired of the PDP and they just wanted them out. And then, with all the red flags we saw in the late Muhammadu Buhari, people still went ahead to vote him. Let's say the North and the South voted him in. Those who wanted change, because they came with the change mantra, those who wanted change voted. And then we saw a disaster, the worst president the country has ever had since independence. We saw that from 2015 to 2019. But I thought that in 2019, we would have learned our lessons and then try to vote someone else in that would change the narrative, that would help in the economy, fight against corruption, and then build on what was already in existence and what Nigerians thought was bad. But all of a sudden, the Northerners saw things differently, and they decided that they were going to continue with Muhammadu Buhari. And then we saw a disastrous 8 years of the late president. Disastrous, because things just went from low to the highest in terms of the economy, insecurity, corruption, ineptitude, and just name it. Whatever indices you want to use, just name it. It just went from low to so high. And then we thought, oh yes, Nigerians have learned their lessons with the All Progressive Congress, the APC. And then came 2023, where we had the opportunity of making the right change, where we had the opportunity of electing a leader that will reposition Nigeria. And don't forget that during the 8 years of the late Muhammadu Buhari, Nigeria's witnessed a high level of nepotism that we have never seen in Nigeria. The high level of borrowing Nigeria has never seen since independence. And then we thought in 2023, we were able to bridge that divide, especially when it has to do with ethnicity and religion, which is a fundamental problem with Nigeria today. And I've always said that if we do not kill religion and ethnicity, it will definitely one day kill Nigeria. And then what we see today in Nigeria, the distrust, the disunity, the lack of national cohesion is a result of the diversity and the manners of ethnicity and religion. And then when we thought all of this, we'll try to get a leader that will ensure that things go the right way, all of a sudden they brought the Muslim ticket. And now, the reason I said that the problem of Nigeria is the North is because when it comes to elections and when it comes to public policy and all of that, to the North, capacity is secondary. To the North, effective leadership is secondary. To the North, your ability to get things done is secondary. What is more important to Northern Nigeria, especially the Northwest Nigeria, is religion and ethnicity. And that's exactly what this current government used, the Muslim ticket. And with the body language of what things are going, because I saw in the news just recently that the Arewa Consultative Forum said that if Shetima is dropped in 2027, that Tinubu will likely not get over 80% of northern votes. Now, in this case, nobody is talking about capacity. Nobody is talking about the state of the economy. Nobody is talking about banditry. Nobody is talking about the insecurity. Nobody is talking about people that have been unalived all this while. Just recently, people were attacked in the mosques and over 40 people or more were unalived. Over 2,000 people were unalived in Mina. And to the north, this is immaterial. To the north, all of this is immaterial. The northern states have the highest number of out-of-school children. The northern states have the highest level of multidimensional poverty. But all of this doesn't bother the north. What they are more interested in is the institutionalization of ethnicity and religion. And that's where we say, even people who are judged as somehow elites, in the north, even with their level of education, they're still, they're still persuaded by religion and ethnicity. So if somebody asks me, this is basically my opinion, that between the holistic north and the holistic south, wherein lies Nigeria's problem, I would definitely say it is, the north. Because when it comes to leadership recruitment, the north do not care about whether you've gone to Harvard or you've succeeded in business. Otherwise, we have no business having somebody like the late Muhammadu Buhari as president. And we do not even have business having somebody with questionable character as the current president to be our president. And that we've seen how, they've monopolized the system, and then we've seen subsidy removal, and the corruption is just widespread. The NNPC, just name it. But to the north, all of this is immaterial. What is more important to the north is religion and ethnicity. And no country survives, or no country thrives, no country develops, and no country, makes it when you put all of these indices in place. And that's exactly what has been Nigeria's problem, that we have it. So even if we were to go through the annals of history, you still find out that most of the leaders from the north, they have nothing to offer. Because if you look at, for First Republic, just name it. Nigeria has no business borrowing. Nigeria has no business being where it is. But of course, we always elect the wrong people into office because capacity or religion is more important to capacity, especially from the northern extraction. Don't get me wrong, even some of the southerners still believe in pursuing ethnic agenda. But I think given what we've seen, given the kind of support that some other candidates have gotten, when you compare that to the north, do a comparative analysis with the north, you find out that the north are more interested in religion and ethnicity. And that's what has led Nigeria to where it is today, considering that the northerns have held power even more since independence than any other tribe in Nigeria. And look at where Nigeria is today. Well, let's not even talk about the fact that we still have external interference or external factor, affecting the economy. But when it comes to leadership recruitment, I think we need to do better. So I'm calling on the northerners that we have an opportunity once again in the next 2 years to get this thing right. I think it's about time we voted people in with capacity, people that detribalize, people that do not put religion as one of the primary reasons for leadership. We need to vote capacity. Nigeria is in dire straits and we need to save Nigeria. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And please share, leave your comments. We'll definitely get back to you. Share, like, and comment. God bless Nigeria.